Guys, it's me, Miss Manifester, helping you open a spiritual doorway to the abundance that you deserve. On the channel today, I want to be talking a bit more about manifesting for other people, because if you guys have watched my previous video on manifesting for others, recently I've had so many comments where you guys have been manifesting for your mums, for your dads, for your friends, even for your ex-partners, and I just think it's so beautiful. And I wanted to give you guys some more advice, as some of you have reached out and would like a few more tips on manifesting for the people that you love the most. Before we get started, make sure you click the subscribe button and hit the bell to get updates from me when I upload Law of Attraction content every week. You can also subscribe to my mailing list, which also gives you access to my Law of Attraction library of free resources that I've created for you. This is resources like intention setting and scripting, things like that. So that gives you access to that, and you can find the link to that in the description below. Let's get started. So the first thing that I want to sort of stress and say when it comes to manifesting for others is the same principle applies about being able to let go and detach after we do any kind of manifestation process, when we're putting that energy of love out there for somebody, because it's about putting the energy of love out and not putting out the energy of worry and fear and being like, oh, I'm really worried about them. I better do this, and kind of coming at it from an angle of desperation as well. You're desperate to see them in a different place. Now that only comes because you love them. You really, really love them, and that's why you have those feelings. But when we trust the universe and we trust the universe's plan, it's almost like a weight off our shoulders, like we've given this to someone else and the universe is now going to take care of that for us. We have to remember that where our attention goes, the energy flows, and it's about looking at things in a positive way, using our attention in a positive way, rather than coming at it from an angle of concern. I'm really concerned, I'm really worried, I'm not seeing them in a different place. Because if you're not focusing on where they could be and where they are going, like where we believe and where we know that they're going, and we're just continually looking at them and seeing them in a problem, then that is what perpetuates as well. So it is very much about believing and knowing and detaching after you do these techniques, trusting that they are moving on to something better because you know that there is something better there for them. Seeing them in love and seeing them in joy and knowing that that is their birthright as well. Also, guys, you can really encourage them to be tapping into an energy of what is going well for them. Where can they be grateful? Where can they look to the positives in their lives? Where can they shift their focus? Where can they get off the topic? Because it's tough. If they're calling you up all the time and just carrying on affirming and staying in the energy of what they don't have and where they don't see themselves going, like, you've got to be a bit of a beacon of light and lovingly guide them. Because if you are going to just keep entertaining those negative conversations, it's not actually going to help them. So I would encourage you to help them in watching their words and the way that they're talking about their life and talking about their problems. Obviously do it in a loving way. It can be really difficult for people to hear, but always try to guide them into an energy of moving forward and what is going well in their life, and how can you kind of help them shift their energy? How can you make them feel better again? With all the points and all the techniques I'm talking about on this video, it's all about belief. You having belief that they can manifest, and also helping them to develop belief that they can manifest, because believing is the key to not having worry and concern about this problem, whatever it is that they are having at this moment in time. My techniques today, you guys can try it one or two ways. There's a few ways you can do it, but it's a scripting technique, I suppose. It is about writing a letter to yourself as if you were your friend. So your friend is writing to you as if they have received what it is that they want. So, for example, I could be my friend Laura. I could want something from my friend Laura. And this letter, I would write it as, Dear Esther, oh my gosh, this has finally come through for me. I am so grateful. Thank you so much for telling me about the law of attraction. This happened. Everything lined up. This stuff just came through for me. I feel so grateful, so excited, so joyous. This means we can now do this. This means this. Write it as if you were them and they are writing that letter to you, and they are giving you the good news about what it is that they have received. Now, I use the example in there of like, thanks for telling me about the law of attraction. Guys, you don't have to tell people about law of attraction, because if they want to know about it, they'll be open to it. If they're not open to it, don't try and push it on people. People will come to their own kind of awakening when they are ready. But it might just be something that has come up in conversation that you could put in your letter. So that is one way that you can do this. The other way you could do it is to set up almost like your own phone number with your friend's name, and you could text yourself or you could email yourself and pretend to be that person giving you that good news, where you receive that message from them and they say, oh my gosh, you're never gonna guess what's happened. I met this guy. Like, whatever it is that they are asking for, whatever it is that they need, you could set that up and send that to yourself. You could then put it as your screensaver if it's something that you honestly really, really want for them, and you'd be happy to do that so that you're seeing it regularly and reminded of that good news. The other option, the third option, is if your friend is into manifesting as well. They might not be, so if this isn't for you, then that's fine. But if they are up for it as well, and they don't feel too goofy doing it, you can get them to give you a phone call or drop a text as if it has already happened. And you guys can role play out the conversation of how this is going to go when they receive it. Now, this is amazing. Like, if you can get somebody who wants to do this with you, that is fantastic, because it's going to make it feel really real for them. Number one, it's going to build some serious excitement and momentum, the role play that you're doing it. So if there's somebody that you're manifesting for and they are open to doing this with you, that would be absolutely amazing, because they are going to then be able to connect into the feelings. You are going to be able to connect into the feelings. And as I've said in my previous video, having almost like two energies, two hearts, putting that loving energy out of manifesting what it is that this person really deserves, what this person really needs. I think it's very powerful when you've got more than one person manifesting the same thing for a collective cause. So finally, guys, just to summarize, you've got three options here. You can script a letter to yourself. You guys could even post it to yourself if you really wanted to. Post a letter to yourself, or write a letter to yourself, write an email, or write a text message as if you were your friend and they are giving you the good news that they have received what it is that they need. That is your sort of first and second option. Obviously, make sure that they're writing it in the present tense of thank you so much, oh my gosh, I got it, I've received it. And thirdly, if that person is open to it, if they're not, don't worry, but doing a role play of you guys actually having that conversation to build momentum, to help them become a vibrational match to what it is that they want, helping them get excited, helping them feel as if it's already been received. Most importantly, after all this, detaching and letting it go, knowing that it is taken care of, that you don't have to worry. We never have to worry about the how, guys. How is stuff going to come to us? How are we going to make this happen? Because the universe can put all the stepping stones, it can line everything up for you. It's when we ask how and we lack a belief in believing that things are possible based on our outside constructs and how we think the world works and how we think society works. That's what limits us. So it's not your job to worry about them and to think, oh, they're still in this position, how is it going to get better? It's about handing it over to the universe, to source, to God, however you identify, and saying, I give it to you, I trust in you, and I'm excited for them, and I believe that this is coming. Being worried and concerned for them is natural because you love them, but it's not about getting sucked into that energy too much, because when you get sucked into that energy, it's a vibration that you don't trust that there is a solution for them, because if you know that everything's going to work out, you don't need to worry about them. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon for more Law of Attraction content. Take care. Bye.